Welcome to Figure Skating Land. Don't forget to like, subscribe, especially while I'm on Coffee Strike Land. Now let's get to it.
My house in Budapest.
We had a weekend of Budapest Trophy. I'll admit that I did not get to watch all the performances, so this can be somewhat of a piecemeal analysis. My deep dive into trying to find all the performances was unsuccessful, except now my phone successfully thinks I'm going to Budapest, which is not true. Unfortunately, the men's event is one that I missed because I was silly and was like, I'm just going to sleep. Surely all of it's going to be on YouTube. And it wasn't. But I did get to see Lukas and Matteo's program. With Lukas, someone on figure skating Twitter has made me chuckle to myself, probably like off and on, anytime I think about it, when they wrote, Lukas has been giving us a whole humanities tour because he went from African American studies at BYU to film studies. It was amazing. I love, though, how unique of a skater he is and how much his programs think outside of the box. Like the fact he skated to a speech about dictators during a short program, that was just badass. And he's really the only one who could pull it off. You know, usually I am cringing, vicariously embarrassed whenever somebody is skating to a speech, but not when he did it. He also talked about how he utilized Italian Sign Language for that program. So it was just overall really unique and cool. And I liked his short program a whole lot better than his free skate, but his free skate's still good and I think it's going to grow on me. But I need to wait and see where it's clean and before I judge it. You know, it was just a rough skate for him. But again, it's beginning of the season, like I'm going to keep saying over and over. So he got the silver last year also, so he gets his silver again. I am excited to see him hopefully at Worlds again. You know, when I first watched him at Worlds, I didn't have the true appreciation, I feel like, of Lukas, of how he is. So I'm excited to see him in the future and just to see how the season goes for him. And for Matteo, I am so excited that he's back. Both his short program and his free programs were clean. I think he did an amazing job, and it's hard to believe that he had surgery, I think it was about 6 months ago. His short program was beautiful and it was very light. You know, he elected to do a quad loop. It's more stable for him at this moment than the quad toe. He is skating to Fix You in the free program, which I can't help but still laugh because Chris at Europeans had said, and that's exactly what's going to happen to him after this. And that was just like the funniest thing ever because it felt so serious, like he didn't laugh or anything after he said it. And I truly think that he just delightfully meant it. I'm excited to see Matteo the rest of the season. He said he's going to probably retire after the Olympics, which I'm sad about, but still, at least that means we have 2 more seasons with him. And hopefully, barring any injuries, that they will be great seasons. I'm excited to see where he can place against all the other skaters out there. He just has this very delicate yet powerful way of skating. And also, I absolutely adore his wholesome interactions with his dad. You know, I was sad that we didn't get to see it at this competition, but I love seeing how his dad reacts to him so proudly. He just seems like a genuine, delightful, wholesome human. So I'm excited to see them for the rest of this season. I didn't get to see Nikita's program, but from what I've heard, he did much better here than he did at Nebelhorn, and he was able to climb from 6th place to 3rd place. So unless it was a chaotic men's event, which it probably was, you know, it sounds like he did really well. And for the women's event, I was so excited that I didn't even have to have my cat wake me up. Usually he wakes me up every single morning, but this time I got up on my own just so I could watch this event. And I ended up buying this stream because I just didn't want to risk it because I couldn't find all of the men's short programs from the day before, and I knew I didn't want to go on a journey. Well, I was silly for that. There were a lot of the programs almost instantly posted to YouTube and Twitter, but it's okay. As for the short program, the one thing that I kept thinking about afterwards is how exciting U.S. Nationals is going to be. I am so excited that I'm going to be there for this. first place was Alysa Liu. That is who I was so excited to see compete again. I love that she is back on this journey just for herself and for her love of skating. Bill Hirsch did an interview with Alysa, and she talked about how she got to do all the normal things that most teenagers and young adults get to do, like travel. And then she decided to get back into skating, and that this time she is skating for herself. And it is obvious when you watch her skate that she enjoys it, that she has this ease. She doesn't seem like someone who's overly nervous or worried about where she stands. She's just out there for the love of it. With her skating, there's this whole new level to her. She has leveled up. She has this maturity and this grace and also this new speed. She's always been a fast skater, but she was so speedy at one point that even the camera person was struggling to keep up with her, I noticed during the short program. And I just love this level of skating for her. This is like a new era to skating, and I just love it. So for her short program, she skated to Promise. And I love that the singer shouted out to her on both Instagram and Twitter. And I love getting to see Alyssa's reaction to this. So with a lot of these, Challenger series, they don't get that much recognition. I didn't honestly, even though I'm a big skating fan and have been for years, I haven't followed a lot of them until this year when I started trying to get into, making these podcasts. And I'm really glad that I started on this journey because I think this is a whole exciting newness to skating for me. But anyway, that's beside the point. But I am excited that there was that much attention and excitement for Alysa when it's just her very first event at a Challenger event. And so with her short program, I loved also her dress. And I know a lot of people didn't like it and felt like it was maybe too much fabric. I love it. If I could find a reason to wear this in real life, I would. I seriously would. I've been pondering it, but white is not the best color for me, but I just loved it. And I love that the person who made it posted it on Instagram, the process. And Alysa, I think she had commented something about saying it was the best dress ever. So that was really cool to see. So her short program was clean, except her triple toe and the combination was caught at a quarter. To me, just watching it wasn't that entirely obvious. So a really good first outing for her. And her long program, I love it. First, just talking about the dress. I love the dress. At first, when I saw it, I thought that isn't going to be movable, but it totally was. She went all in to the program. She looked so joyful. She looked so just genuinely happy and enjoying to skate. Her program had some minor mistakes, and she just leveled up in one point with me for laughing in the kiss and cry and real chill about rewatching some of the minor tiny under rotations that she had made. I just love that she's at this level of chill where she can sit in the kiss and cry and have that reaction. And I really love seeing that she is getting along well with her coaches. I remember watching, I think it was it the Olympics or Worlds or maybe both, where it just, you could tell she was with new coaches that she hadn't had that much experience with. So I just love getting to see her in a kiss and cry with people that she works well with. And so overall, she did get second place for the free program, but her overall standing was the first place. And if she comes out like this at a Challenger event, I just can't wait to see how the rest of her season goes. I think the fact that she is just doing this for her and is at so much ease is going to be so helpful for her. And I think I had read that she's not going to be training any more quads. She might get back into the triple axel, and I think that's a good strategy for her. That way she doesn't get injured but I think the triple axel, her doing it again, can be totally feasible. And coming in second place was Kimmy Repond. She had kind of a rough season last year, so I'm so excited to see her having a good outing this time around. She had a very clean short program. What I really liked in the program was she does this move where it's the Ina Bauer, and then she does the double axel and twizzles. I just love that together. She has so much speed, and I just love her transitions. And I'm happy with how happy she was after the program. Like when she did that fist bump, I was like, yes, I love when skaters celebrate their successes. And she had a personal best for that program. For her free skate, she came in first place, and she did a gladiator program. I was surprised that she had reported afterwards that she felt very dizzy because it wasn't noticeable during the skate. And I don't know how she did all of that, not feeling as well as she did. You know, I could tell right afterwards that something was wrong because she just kind of sat there on the ice and looked a little disoriented. And at first I was like, is she emotional? But you can see her look over at her coach, and she just didn't feel well. So I'm glad that she didn't get injured, and then she was still able to power through and do a very, very strong skate. I think her PCS overall could be higher. That's just me. I just think she's a very beautiful skater, and so hopefully over time it gets to be where it should be. And I also love her spins and her jumps, and she has survived a growth spurt, so kudos to her, and I can't wait to see her the rest of the season. And in third place was Lorine. I'm surprised I haven't seen her skate before, and maybe I haven't, it just hasn't registered to me. I think she has really nice transitions and spins. There's just some power to her skating, so I hope that I get to see more of her this season. I'm going to talk about Lindsay Thorngren. She did her short program Windmills from Sandra Bezic last year, and I absolutely love this program. It's one of my favorites. It is such a mature, elegant program, and it does a nice job of having a lot of transitions and movement without it looking cluttered or chaotic. And so I'm really excited that she brought this program back because I know she was injured last year. So I felt like we didn't get to see the program to its fullest. And so with Lindsay, she has such a unique style of skating. She has a lot of power in her legs and her knees. I remember when I was at Gold on Ice, we were able to come in early and watch some of the skaters as they were practicing in one of the other rinks. And I almost knew instantly it was her, even though she wasn't listed as one of the skaters yet, just because she does have this, like, I can't really describe it, just this way of skating with her legs and knees that you can't quite place or explain, if that makes sense. And it's just so smooth and so purposeful and with really nice edges. So she had a really nice outing for the short program. She was in second place, and I thought, okay, this is a really great outing for her. Then her free program was just not as strong. She had several jumps called, and to be honest, when I was watching it, I thought maybe some of them were just doubles. And so I don't know if she's injured again, and I don't want to jump to conclusions because this is the beginning of the season, and she's getting this program worked out. And she also didn't get to skate a whole lot last year because of the injury, but I'm just hoping that this doesn't reflect a problem with her skating and it's more like an adjustment period. One thing, Lindsay's a phenomenal skater, but I do think they need to somehow work on her emoting. And I get it, like, you're in your zone, you're probably thinking. I know I'm someone, if I'm doing something, even though I'm pretty emotive, but if I'm doing something and I'm thinking about it and I'm stressed or I am just getting the job done, I know I may have like a blank expression. This is something that can kind of pull someone out of watching her to the fullest experience. Like with the windmills programs, that is an amazing program. There's a little splash of emotion kind of shown throughout it. It might just level that amazing program up a bit. lot. And I don't know if that would be like an acting class or what, but it would just be a nice change. Yeah, it would just be nice for something for her to continue working on. And I'm just hoping kind of as she grows as a skater that we see more of that. Next, I want to talk about Maddie Schizas. She had a really great short program. You can see the enjoyment on her face after she landed each jump. And she just really put a lot of attack and a lot of energy. She was very strong in her performance. And after she got the jumps done, you could just see the ease. And she went into her sequence and just put on a performance. Her free program was not as successful. I'm really hoping that this just reflects, you know, the beginning of this season. She's had a rough couple of seasons. Hopefully, you know, this is something that can get straightened out. I don't know the situation, but hopefully if she wants to continue on a skating journey that, you know, something will get straightened out when it comes to the jumps. You know, I saw people discussing how the free program felt like almost like a Trusiva program where the goal was to get the jumps done and just go from jump to jump. And I did sense that a lot. It kind of left this like nervous energy. So I'm hoping the short program gave her some confidence and that hopefully the free program with more outings can improve. So I'm going to apologize in advance as I talk about the ice dance because my voice is going out a bit. I use my voice all day long as a psychologist and I tried to get this done on the weekend, but I failed at that. But anyway, for first place was Christina and Anthony. Their free dance has grown on me a lot. I feel like their chemistry during the Carmen has improved a lot. Like they're just and in second place was Ian. I saw him do the rhythm dance at the Summer Sizzler and he put a lot of energy into it to the point where my friend beside me just started giggling because she didn't expect the brick house phenomenon. And so then when they get together, it just didn't have the sameness to it, if it makes sense. I just need to see them skate more. You know, I'm kind of new to this whole ice dance world. Like I started watching ice dance, to be honest, maybe in 2022 and always started with only watching maybe the final groups. And so I really want to get more into ice dance. So I just think maybe I need more exposure, but I just don't see a whole lot of chemistry. Just something's missing and I can't quite explain it when it comes to these two. Really liked the Finnish couple who came in third place. I honestly think maybe could have been scored a little higher. They could have even maybe been in second. But again, I'm not an ice dance expert, so do not hold me to that. But they just had a lot of energy, and I think the tango was just really much more kind of dramatic to see. So I can't wait to see this as this season goes on. I also want to give a shout out to Yuka, and I'm gonna accidentally pull a Ted. Yuka and Yahoo, the other Finnish ice dance team, and I love everything about their energy. Like they are living in my head rent free at this moment, and I want to show them to my non-skating friends so they can just see this delightfulness. I mean, their YMCA was theatrical and fun. They were having a flippin' blast, and then their free dance was just also unique and fun. So just please ship them the world. I need to see them in person. I just need to see them at every event. Just ship them there. I need to see them. Also, before I wrap up the Budapest, I forgot to mention that the camera work was an extra level of special. You know, there was at one point when Matteo was skating and suddenly, you know, it just shows him away. Like it just goes to the ice rink. And that happened also at a junior with Sophia, but it was just funny how, you know, the Budapest was just like, yeah, we're going to show you the spins, but we're going to, you know, close up on like their head during the spins, or we're going to show the jump, but we're going to make sure that you can't really see the legs as part of that jump. I mean, at least they're trying, I guess. So there was part of us that were afraid for Adam's safety. We also got to see his puppy. Well, Eteri having diamonds was not on my 2024 bingo card. I need this amber lactin lotion right now. And I'm dying to know the more tea on why the CEO or USFS ended up, quote, stepping down when it sounds like from Phil Hirsch that this wasn't, something that she had decided. I saw some murmuring or talking about how this is potentially because she tried to make maybe too much change. And we all know that the skating world is unfortunately resistant to change. And, there is a lot of suspicion about like, why is this happening so close to Skate America, so close to nationals, and so close to a US-based world? So someone dig up the tea and let us all know. This series of Instagram lives from Adam Rippon made me laugh so much, so please read them. And lastly, Chock and Bates did an interview where they said they're still gearing up to go to the Olympics. They described their free skate as jazzy and moody. And so I'm excited to see that this season.